Good morning, December 30th, 2022. On a Friday morning, 9 a.m. straight up. That's curious. This monitor of the stream came live long before this one did. Getting an audio check long before. There, I've got audio. This is Windows Daily number 125. And yes, I will be giving an update on the hard drive issue from yesterday. I'll go pop out this chat, make it bigger, and I have a few other things to catch up on. It's going to be a brief update for that drive from yesterday and move on to some other things because I intend to make other videos just about that drive situation. Oh, a donation, Tony Wallow with a $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Tony. Hello to R, came over from our Fortnite play this morning. George Armstrong, Larry Wood. And Larry, I recognize your name. I must recognize that, I think, from Carrie Holzman's channel. But you're not turned blue yet, so I'll get a little more acquainted with you here to be sure you're a participant. Brian, 5 likes already, and the video hasn't started yet. Let's see, what does it show now? 15 watching, 7 likes, 15 watching now. I'm not going to go through all of the chats because I need to get into the content today. I know that Ken does not have a show today, but I'm still like to keep this down to 30 minutes because I need to move on with other things today, which includes making some other videos, I'm hoping. I almost missed this. Tinkering with the computer, lost track of time from Lawn Dog, dead in the water. Yeah, what happened to the computer? Yeah, we'll get to that. Thanks for your PayPal donation from Dennis to Tony. And I've got another one in from Tony that will be part of the show today too. So let's get where do I want to go to? I don't know what I'm hitting here. I guess I'm just going to give you an update about this hard drive for the client that I did a few videos yesterday, a few live streams yesterday. And the people who were saying that you can't use one of these little adapters don't work. As soon as I read that, I did one of these. Oh, I knew that. Such a Doug. Yes, I knew that. And actually, when I did that video, I had already shut down Baby Beast, which is the motherboard laying on the bottom of that case, because I was going to attach it directly to Baby Beast. I have a bunch of those external adapters. I don't have high confidence in any of them. So I decided some time ago that when I need to try to access a drive, I would just do it in Big Beast because that door opens so easily. Baby Beast, not Big Beast. Big Beast takes too long to start up. So I got to shut Baby Beast down, plug it in, and turn it back on. It starts really quick. But anyway, what happens is when I start Baby Beast, I would go into disk management and it would show the disk there, but right away tell me the disk needs to be initialized. So Baby Beast was able to recognize that the disk is present, but not initialized. I know that I have messed around with that in the past, and I think I may have actually fixed one in the past long ago. I don't remember how I did it. I don't trust myself for finding my way through that in this situation because it's an important piece of infrastructure for my client, and the backups haven't been done since 2017. I did talk to my client yesterday, and he's okay. He can get by without it for the period of time, and he takes responsibility for not having done the backups. I will be giving more detail about that in the videos that I made specifically about that. So I have started the process with $300 data recovery to send this in to them to fix. My client knows it may be weeks, at least I think they say 7 to 10 days, something like that, of their work time, but they're closed until January 2nd over the Christmas break. But I've already had interaction with Brian from $300 data recovery by email, and he quoted that it's likely going to be the $300, and they said this particular drive model, they have, like, I think it was 58% head failure on them. And I think that's what's going on, because when I connect it, I hear a vroom, vroom, vroom noise, and then nothing else. So that's where we're going with that. Going back to today's show, let's see, I'm kind of looking at, so it's hoping lost its initialization. And well, there's more twists to that story. So they belong in video dedicated to that story. So I'm not going to do the rest of that now. I want to get back to some things for today's show that should be able to keep me within 30 minutes. So what I'm doing for that is I'm coming over to this. Somebody answered the right term for the label. These emails are labeled so that puts them into this folder called 2022-12-30. I do dates backwards that way because that keeps them sorted in a nice way. Hang on a second. The old congested throat. So I'm going to go over these emails, and I've got a piece saved in a favorite, a bookmark that I'll go to. So from Josh. See, I need to turn on split screen mode so that I can see a screen come up first and decide whether it has any private content, because there's one email address I don't want to expose. There, it finally switched over. From Josh, my microphone on my webcam is not working in OBS, and my microphone is not working in Fortnite. Can you please try and fix it on one of your Windows Daily shows, as it's hard to talk with people out on the microphone. So Josh, if you're watching or if you catch this, I'd be willing to do a one-on-one show that I would record and then publish later. I wasn't able to get to that yesterday because I had that client emergency going on. If you still have the problem, you may have already fixed it, because I think that was only happening for you that day. And then let's see, I'm going to punch over here and there, and then go to this next email, because I think I do want to blur a little bit of this. Yes, indeed I do. So punch that and do a little bit of a blur. Just gives a little piece of his email address. And then we'll read the rest. So then push that live, and there we go. So this is from Martin Hogg. I didn't mean to block his name at the top there. Hi, Doug. This is a bit of an oddball request. You know what? I need to do that a little bit differently, don't I? So I got to come back here and and bring that up larger. Zoom it in a bit. And then refix the blur. This takes uncomfortably long for me, but the only way I'm going to get quicker at it is if I keep doing it. So even if Martin's not sensitive about that piece of his email address that shows up right there, I need the practice. So here it is. This is a bit of an oddball request, but looking for some advice. I have a regular customer who consistently gets his PC infected with viruses due to the fact that he's constantly on dating sites, and worse. We're not going to ask what the worst is. I have repeatedly warned him about his viewing habits and what it leads to, but he just carries on after I clean his PC. Have you any advice to offer, Doug? Much advice. Based on your experience dealing with all kinds of customers, strong last chance, saloon warnings, or other. Lots of things I can say to this, and I don't know the background of your relationship with your client. If you're charging him for your time each time you're doing this, and he's okay with it, then you could offer some ways to fix it better for him. But if he's paying every time you work on it, then, well, okay, then you could just live with that. But more significantly, a few things I want to get through here, and I'm probably going to forget all the ones because I didn't make myself a script about this. But I would ask, viruses. You're saying viruses. I haven't seen a virus for so long. Is it really a virus, or is it a pop-up? So, some of the website pop-ups will take over the whole screen. They'll do an audio message. They'll do a bunch of windows on your screen, and you can't click out of them. Those are not viruses. Viruses infect your computer and replicate. Those are just active in that browser session. If you can click on an X in the upper right corner to close the browser, or do an end task on the browser, or just force the power off on the computer, start it up again, it's fine. Every instance I've come across, and there's been many of them, where that is happening, where you get all these pop-up windows and you got an audio message coming through, maybe a video message, scary messages on the screen, you're in a browser window. It's never, in all my case, all the times that I've seen it, which have been a lot of them, never been a virus infection, nothing that needs to be cleaned up. Just close the browser. At most, it might be notifications, because the other way those pop-ups come up is notifications that come to your Windows notifications, and they are from website settings in your browser that you can fix. Now, I was just about to go over to the browser and show where to do that, but there's more significant things that I want to talk about here, is creating some recovery options. If it is actually a virus that you're having to clean off the computer and it has infected the computer, then my approaches would be to have a paid version of Macrium Reflect doing full backups, incremental backups, and differential backups. Let's see, I said that the other way. Full, differential, and incremental backups. And you can even set it so that it does an incremental backup every hour. Most computers, most modern computers will be able to do that in the background. The user won't notice anything, any sluggishness whatsoever. That way, if you infect your computer, you can track when did this happen or when was the computer last working okay, and you can restore the incremental backup job from that date, which will cause a restore of the full backup and the differential backup and the incremental backup that are behind that. So it can make it quicker and easier to recover from, and you can do that remotely. Then another way to go about that, assuming that it is actual virus infections, is set them up with something like this one that I'm going to show here. Let's see, I don't need to, there's nothing I need to blur here, so I'm going to show how I'm getting to it. In this bookmarks or favorites, whatever it's called in Chrome, I've got this set of favorites, and then I go down here to today's date. And I only have one stored in here for today, and it's this tool time freeze. Tool is time freeze, and this was brought to my attention by Zvi Manor back when I was working on those all-in-one computers for that government subsidized housing facility. And so I do have experience using this, and I am really pleased with it. There's a little bit of a learning curve for your client, where you'll teach him to do a hotkey on the keyboard, or actually you can make it an icon on the desktop, so that he can turn the freeze on and or off at his discretion. The catch is, if he messes up and leaves it in time freeze mode and then does work on his computer, next time he restarts his computer, all that work is lost. What this time freeze does is it takes the state of your computer at a moment in time and saves that. You could think of it like a system restore point, except it's your entire computer. It's not just that the registry files and system files. So anyway, you activate the time freeze, and now anything he does from that point forward until he unfreezes it is not going to be saved on the computer. And so if something goes wrong, he can just restart the computer, and it gets back up to that restored time freeze point. Then he has to turn time freeze off in order to do his regular work. So that could be a way for you to simplify things. Now, if you're not getting to bill your time for this, then you definitely want to set up something like that, so you don't have to keep doing this over and over, or you change your arrangement with him to where you are charging him for that time. So I think that covers my thoughts. I'm going to come over to chat and see if there's any more people are adding to that. Let's see, I got to push the right buttons here. Right buttons, Doug. Hit the right buttons. And then I see some oranges here. There's a lot of chat comments here. I'm just glancing through them with my eyes to see if there's anything adding to variation on click of death. I have one drive that has the click of death, so that probably is referring to when the hard drive is clicking. I do not have that sound. This sound, when I turn a computer on, it's not a clicking, definitely not a clicking. And it only seems to be happening when the computer is trying to find a boot record on the device. Then it stops and gives me the message on the screen. I'll give more detail about that in the dedicated videos for this. That's Gary saying hello. Ken Stout says it's fixed. I don't know what is fixed. What's fixed? What's he talking about? Did he have something broken? I don't know. up to $5 per drive. I told them that the drive is mechanically bad. They took it anyway. That's in response to something else you've been saying. I'll catch up on that later. And let's see, working for at night. You can make your live stream Zoom homies. That's chit chat. So going to the orange. Catherine says hello. Hello, Catherine. Let's see. Josh is saying when I go to talking to people in Fortnite, they can't hear me. So Josh, yeah, come. Let's get together. I'll send you an email. We'll try to put something together today so that we can do a private session on that. It'll be recorded. I'll upload it later. Ken to Josh, check your email. Let's see. Catherine says hello twice. Got you. Ken, I was on the phone 3 hours of Spectrum. I'm going to skip over that to see if anybody's adding more to what I'm talking about here. Then I'll move on to my following emails. Time freeze, interesting piece of software. Yes, it is interesting. I do think I think there was a trial version, pretty limited. Don't quite remember that. Oh, Joshy's Fortnite is fixed. Great. Glad to know that. Except that he just said up here when he talks to people in Fortnite, they can't hear him in Fortnite. So maybe it's a Fortnite setting and the rest of his microphone is working. Now, come back to my email list to see who's next. So Martin, I don't think I saw Martin in the chat room. Is he? I'll come back right quick here and just do a Control F and search for Martin. And he is there. Okay, Martin. Did you hear what I was saying about your issue? Do you have any responses? And I'll come catch up with you later on that. Yeah. Okay, so then back to the email. And the next on this list is Amazon gift card from Tony Wallow. Thank you so much, Tony Wallow. Hope you enjoy this Amazon gift card. Merry Christmas and birthday, New Year, homie. Now, this is how I thought maybe people are interested in this. When I was contemplating going down this road of YouTube, and Kerry Holzman was a big inspiration for that when I saw him, hey, doing unscripted videos, unedited videos. Wow, I like that. I can do editing. It just takes so long, so much time. But anyway, I see him getting these Amazon gift cards. At that point in time, all I knew about Amazon gift cards is you go to your Amazon account and type in this long old number. Read the number, type, read the number, type, read the number. Oh, didn't want to do that. But these Amazon gift cards are so sweet to apply. Watch this. Apply to your Amazon account. I just click on that. And I hope you enjoy this Christmas gift. And then here's apply to your Amazon account. Just do a click there. Because my browser automatically logs into my Amazon account. Boom, it's done. It's there. And then let's see, send a thank you to Tony. Thank you for the Amazon gift cards. I appreciate you around here more than you could possibly know. And he also watches the Fortnite show sometime. Of course, I got to fix my typing error there because Doug, I'm a Doug. And I can send me a copy of it as well. All right, so then go back to Dennis as an email to me, and I knew that his email address wasn't exposed there, so I just went straight into it. And this is a message that he was getting when he was connecting from one of his computers to his other computer using remote desktop connection. Now, some people may have heard, no, don't use RDP. Well, that's over the internet within your own local area network. That's fine. And I use that in some of my clients' offices. I have one of my clients who uses remote desktop to connect to connect from a workstation to their server in order to check up on the backup. Yeah, did you hear that? I have a couple clients who check their backups daily, and they occasionally call me and let me know it's not working. So that is a thing. It does happen. There are people who abide, but typically they had to kind of learn the lesson the hard way because they've been through some lessons. So anyways, getting a user account is expired. The password must change in order to log on. Please update the password. So you can have a Windows 10 Pro computer that has in its policies policies to require a password to change periodically and not discover it until you try to connect remotely from another computer. I've seen that before. And I suspect that Dennis, on that particular computer that was configured with the password expiration period, that he had been able to log in just fine on that computer without getting that message, even after the time period expired. But connecting remotely from another computer triggers this message. So I believe he went into Policy Editor. He said he found the instructions somewhere and changed it to not expire, changed the password to not expire. All right, I think that's the end of the emails that I have saved. I might even wind up ending early today. Let's go back and let's see. I covered. Oh, there's nothing. There's nothing in YouTube comments that I'm going to respond to now. There was a bunch of comments that people put on the hard drive video, and I will be responding to those in the video that I make specifically for that. Since I've already got 3 videos out on that specific issue, I want to finish that out on those videos. So those will be, I might live stream those as unlisted and then change them to public, so that way people aren't keep jumping in. You tell me in chat, should I do those as live stream public, which means you can come in for that short video like you experienced yesterday, perhaps a couple more times today, because you can only do 3 a day, or do them as unlisted videos and then make them public? I don't know if you can understand how to respond to that. Do you want to? Yes, live, or live equals yes. That would be a vote for live, or recorded, yes. I guess that's how you can answer them. Looking over here, and there's stuff in chat, it looks like, to continuous. I'll bring that up. Let's zoom in on this. I will read through all of the chats after the live stream is over. I don't want to do them during the live stream because it just takes too much time. Browser hard chat can be worse than a system virus. I don't buy that, because you can just, it's so easy to get out of it. If you can't get to like Control-Shift-Escape to bring up Task Manager and end task on the browser, then just hold down the power button. I've had some clients who will call me and I can hear it in the background. I can hear these scary audio messages in the background, and I know that they can't follow my instructions for keystrokes very well. I just tell them, hold down the power button on the computer for 10 seconds. It'll turn off. Turn it back on. Go back in your browser. You'll be fine. In the early days of this type of a nuisance infection, I don't like calling it an infection, I was more careful about it. I would go back and do scans, make sure there wasn't anything, but I've never found anything. Always just end task on the browser session or force the computer off. It's been fine every instance I've done that. Gary, they hang up on me before this live stream. Okay, that's chit chat. I need to skip over that. There's something going on with Spectrum. Josh's issue fixed. What's your Amazon email for gift cards? Interesting. I think you probably have to use my Doug@DougBetts.com for gift cards, don't you? Is there anybody? Well, actually, I can demonstrate that. Let's go demonstrate what it takes to do a gift card. So I'll go to Amazon. I know I've done it before. I just don't know it that well. Find a gift. Amazon Home gift cards. Where are gift cards? Your lists, your account. Gift cards. How do I get to gift cards? Seems like I should know this, huh? Gift cards. Amazon. I don't want some other gift card. Is it in here? No. Oh, there's Amazon gift card. So if you go to do that and then pick a quantity 1 gift card animated to enter email for recipient. Yeah, so that's going to be Doug@DougBetts.com for Amazon gift cards. I don't think I've put that into my descriptions of my videos. I will fix that. Okay. Because they don't know my DougBetts at WindowsLiveTraining.com. Forbin Clausen, you hinted at something. Why should we not use remote desktop connection? I do that to log into my work computer. No, no, that's not safe to do, because there are hackers out there who will scan the web for open ports on your IP address. So if they find an open port on your company's public IP address, they will attempt to log into that computer. That's a high risk situation. Now, this client who's got this hard drive problem, when I first started working for him, somebody else set him up to connect remotely to his office computer using remote desktop, and he was constantly getting infections and getting his email account hijacked, and I traced it to that he was using remote desktop, and somebody had found their way in. He did not have a very secure password on his office computer. So if you have a really complex password on your office computer, maybe you're not having this trouble yet. But if a hacker decides to focus on that public IP address because they did a scan of ports and found that you have ports open, you're in trouble. Yes. Now, if you have some other protection, you could have, like if you have a VPN connection from your home computer to your office, and that's fine. And I do have a client where we do that. We have VPN router in his office and VPN router at his remote location. He's got 2 remote locations, and then also one that he carries around with his laptop, actually a portable router that he'll plug into a hotel connection, or connects it even wirelessly to the hotel connection. But that router establishes a VPN connection with, high encryption to his office, and he does use remote desktop. And that was actually part of the security implementations that we're doing to increase security in their office. So you got to be doing it securely if you're going to use remote desktop. Brian, to send an Amazon gift card, search Amazon e-gift card, click an amount, or type in a specific, then enter my email address. Let's see, Brian to Gary. Enter my email address. I don't think DougBetts at LiveWindowsTraining.com will work, because I don't think Amazon knows that. Will it? I don't know. I guess it might, because the email gets to me. Hey, well, yeah, it might. Yeah, it would, because the email gets sent to me on that address, and then I click add it to my Amazon account. That's action on my part. So you don't need to know anything about the receiver's Amazon account. Good point. Glad you brought that in, Brian. Yeah, DougBetts at Live Windows Training should work. He made himself more prone to attacks, but it's his problem when he gets hacked. Now, he doesn't use that anymore. He's using... I have him set up with LogMeIn to connect to his computer. Selden live equals yes for those other videos. Okay. I turned your bell. Yes, do streams for that HDD. All right. YouTube recently changed the amount of live uploads you can do. Well, it wasn't a limit for live uploads. It was a limit for how many notifications that YouTube will send out for your live streams in one day. Has that changed? Because I don't know that there's ever been a limit of how many uploads that I can do to YouTube. Although actually, yes, I did discover recently, as I was investigating something that I want to do add an automation to my website, to add my videos automatically to my website. I did find that there is a limit to how many times you can use what's it called? The connection, when you're connecting your software to Programmer's Development Kit, Application Programming Kit, whatever that connection is you make. There's a limit, but it's really, really high. I'm not aware that there was ever a limit to how many you could do live or upload. There's just limited notifications. All right. I did not know the email he uses for gift cards. I use a different email for Amazon. That's when he shows his info below the video. Yes, I have information in the description of my videos that would include Amazon gifts. That was my, I'll have to catch up with these chat messages later. I'm not going to get this all. Thanks, Doug. My work is a multi-million-dollar IT department. I do have VPN. I have to use to log in. But yep, so you're perfectly good. All you need is a number in the email. Anyone can use a gift card. Tim Sal. Oh, hello, Tim. And Brian, for channel support, do you prefer PayPal Cash or Amazon gift cards? Amazon gift cards, definitely, because in the YouTube super chats and super thanks that are done on comments, YouTube takes what, 30%, 40%, something like that. I don't know what it is. And PayPal takes 3%, I think it is, and Amazon takes 0%. All of it comes to me. So that is definitely the most efficient way to do support. And then Ken says, I did 6 live one day and a few uploads. Everyone said they got notifications. Oh, good. YouTube takes 30%. Then what, seems like there was something else on my mind that I was going to say that I thought, oh, don't forget to say this. Don't forget to say this. What is it? What is it? What is it? Was telling us, no, I don't know what it was. Such a Doug. All right. I think that's all for now. I will read through. Wintermute says Amazon takes 100%. Yeah, that's true. They don't take, they give me the whole amount, but then I have to spend all of it through Amazon. That's why they don't take any cut of it, because they want to encourage people to give Amazon gift cards because they get more money funneled through their system. Brian, the forgetful Doug. That's the Doug that's in the chair right now, the forgetful Doug, because there was something else that I really, really wanted to say. I don't know. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Ken, don't forget to mention Ken Stout Live. He's not doing a show this morning, so no. Oh, Ken said that. Don't forget to mention Ken Stout Live. Let's see. Watch. Okay, here I'll do it. He says with the mute button on so I don't blow all your speakers out. If you couldn't read lips, I said Ken Stout Live. All right. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye. Oh, my streaming button isn't even lit. According to this, I'm not streaming. I'll click the stream button anyway and see if that'll end the stream. I don't know if it's in